Let's take a look at the chart action for Cardano. All right, so we were looking at this uptrend going like this. In my last video, I was talking about how if we're going to go to the upside or to the downside. It looks like we got a break to the upside. So I'm still not 100% sure what's going on in the market right now. What I did was I drew like a bottom support line from there to there. I had been targeting triangle patterns from the bottom to the top, something like this, using these this big trends like that, and then the downtrend like that. But I'm not so sure if I was right on that. I've been getting comments in like TikTok saying that I wasn't right, so I'm not sure if I should do that anymore. If we could do a triangle like that, let's say, I mean maybe I don't know. Let's say if it could hit 3.27, then maybe those are right. But I was thinking about being more conservative and dragging from the top to the bottom of this channel right there, getting these support levels all right here, and then doing a trend line going to the downside like that. And we have this little channel, something like that. We got to break out to the upside, target from the bottom to the top of this triangle on the back of it, drag that to the breakout, and we're looking at a target of basically where we're at right now. So I'm not really sure. So in general, I'm saying we had a little pattern like this, we broke out of it, and now we hit that target. Right now on Cardano, we're at like all-time highs here, so I'm just kind of trying to I'm trying to find like really clear patterns and clear breakouts, and that was like a nice one, and I took some profits. So I'm not really sure what's going on with Cardano right now in general. If we go to the daily time frame, I wanted you to check this out. So if we go to the daily, actually we did break above the 9 moving average on Cardano though. That's pretty good for that. That's a good sign. But if we go to the RSI, and it's possible that we break this trend, but if we go to the RSI and we look at, let's clear off this stuff so we can see a little bit better. I am looking at a bearish divergence. So the price is trending down. Yeah, so on the RSI is trending down, and the price of Cardano is trending up. From right here, that's that point right there, and then right here is higher, that's lower to higher, and then higher to lower. So I don't know, like I'm thinking if we could break above this trend, that downtrend, then this bearish divergence isn't really valid. But if we come up and get rejected on that trend line and come down, then we'll probably break this trend line going to the downside. That's what I'm thinking anyways. But we haven't, I don't know. This is just what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys think that makes sense, or if I'm wrong. But so yeah, we're basically we held support on this trend line though. So we basically held support on this trend line until we break it to the downside. Then I'm not really thinking about the retracement levels. But so yeah, I mean we can maybe think about retracing, but let's do that if we break the trend line. Let's take a look at some other charts. I wanted to look at the total crypto market cap, and so yeah, basically I'm not sure what's going on with Cardano, but let's take a look at the total crypto market cap. Maybe we get a better idea. So this is another thing that's making me kind of skeptical that we haven't really broken back into that uptrend yet. We kind of are, but we also had resistance right here, resistance right here. I was looking at this downtrend going something like that, and we went down, we came up, got resistance right there, came back down. It looks like we're getting resistance right there again. In general, we're still getting lower lows and lower highs. So yeah, watch, high or low, or well, no, so it goes high, low, high, low, high. This one and this one are very close. They're almost like, it's barely lower, but it is a little bit lower. So yeah, so low, higher low, no, okay, high, lower high, slightly lower high, and then same with the bottoms, lower low, lower low, lower low. This is on the total crypto market cap, so we're still on kind of like this downtrend. That's why I'm kind of like skeptical. I don't really know what's going on. Until we break back into this trend line, or even until if we could break back into this white trend line right here, which we're kind of doing right now, but I still want to see us break this downtrend right here, this green line right there. basically we have resistance right there, and a little bit of resistance right there. If we could break through that right there, then I think then we can start thinking about changing our minds. But even look right now, it looks like we're getting a little red right there, and it's starting to get a little resistance. I'm not sure if it's gonna come back down or what it's gonna do, but yeah, so that's why I'm kind of curious about Cardano or stuff in general, the coins in general. I'm looking, I'm just, like I said, I wasn't getting worried until we broke that trend line going to the downside, and now I'm just being more cautious basically, and I'm looking at this downtrend that we still have on the crypto market cap, and it's still trending down. So yeah, kind of not out of the woods yet, I would say, but like I said, we were just dipping our toes in the bearish waters, and if we could bounce up, then maybe we're not going to be as bearish as we thought. And look at the daily time frame. So let's see. It's really playing around with that 9 moving average. You can see it right here. We have the 9 moving average right here, and it dipped below it, and now it's like right above it. So I'm not really sure if it's going to break back above it or not, but it's really testing it. And like someone said, we wait for confirmation. We were waiting for confirmation to go to the downside. It seems like now we're waiting for confirmation to go to the upside. So I guess we're gonna kind of see what the candle ends on. We have 6 more hours of this total crypto market candle on the daily time frame to see where it closes. If it closes a green candle up here, and then we're gonna get a green candle up here going to the upside again, or are we going to kind of get pushed back down and maybe have a green candle, but it's going to be a lower high or whatever. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. The other kind of things I wanted to watch is maybe let's check out Ethereum to Cardano. I haven't actually looked at this in a while, but yeah, we're still on an uptrend. Something like this, it looks like pretty good actually. We held support on this trend line again. Whoops. It looks like we're still holding support on this trend line right here. So maybe that's not such a bad thing, but it also looks kind of like a double top. Let me zoom in a little bit. We had resistance right here, and it looks like we're getting resistance right here. It almost looks like a horizontal line where we have kind of like a double top a little bit. Let's see if we can break through this trend line right there. If we can, then not a double top, and we're not kind of topping out right here. If it was a double top, maybe we could do something like that. If it gets rejected and goes down here, breaks this kind of trend line right there going to the downside, we could probably target from the top to the bottom of that little like channel or something, whatever you want, that straight like consolidation or whatever, and drag that to the bottom and look at something like that. And then we'd also be breaking that trend line too. I mean, so yeah, we'll be looking at that. We haven't broke the trend line, that uptrend compared to Cardano yet. So that's like I said, we still haven't broken this uptrend to Ethereum or Cardano to Ethereum yet. So, but let's keep an eye on this level right here. And the other thing I want to just take a look at real quick is Bitcoin to Ethereum. I haven't looked at this yet. I mean, not Bitcoin to Ethereum, Bitcoin to Cardano. All right, so we're looking at the Bitcoin to Cardano chart, or Cardano to Bitcoin chart, should I say? And we had an uptrend like this. We broke that uptrend going to the downside right there, but it was just a fake out, and it looks like we're right back on track. But same thing with Ethereum. It looks like there was a resistance right there, and it looks like we're kind of right at that spot right now. I'm kind of curious if we could break through that resistance, that previous resistance, and keep heading up. If so, that'll be a bullish signal for Cardano. So you might want to actually look at this chart. This chart's pretty interesting. We had a downtrend, something like this. See, this is why I like watching these downtrends. We broke that trend right there. And that was a bullish signal for Cardano. So yeah, check out this chart. So what I would be watching right now on this chart is, let's see if we could break above this previous resistance right here pretty much. If we could break above that level right there, then we're maybe looking at, I mean, I would maybe delete this line since we kind of broke it. We kind of disrespected it a little bit. Let's kind of do a trend something maybe like this. Just get this we get this recent action pretty much and drag and then kind of look for some resistance, something like that possibly. I mean, we're mainly just looking at this resistance right there and drawing a straight horizontal line. If we could break this previous resistance, then we'd be making a higher high. So basically looking at some sort of possible little triangle pattern. If we get resistance right there, if we just break through it, then I'll be maybe targeting from the top to the bottom, something like this. I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm not 100% sure if that's right, but maybe something like that. In general, if we could break this line right there, maybe we'll do it over here. So I mean, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. If we could break to the upside, if we broke to the downside, then we'd be looking at previous support levels. But in general, it is trending up. That's kind of basically what I wanted to kind of show you, is it is trending up. We are getting resistance. Let's see if we could break that. So in general with Cardano, what I'm doing is I'm kind of just waiting around to see if we get some like clear patterns that I can like kind of trade on and stuff like that. I still have some on my ledger, and I'm going to probably hold that for a long time. But I'm also trading it right now, and I don't know. I just feel like I'm not sure what it's going to do. Let's see if it can push higher. If we go into like the 1 hour time frame I was kind of looking at, or maybe even the 5-minute time frame, we're kind of looking at like this flag pattern that happened right now. We popped out of that trend line right there, and it looks like we had like a big run, and then now we're getting consolidation. We have resistance up here, and then kind of like a support right there. So I'm basically looking at this flag pattern. If we could break to the upside, if let's say we could break this trend line going to the upside, I'll be looking at maybe a target from the top to the bottom of this flag, something like this, drag out to the breakout, and we'll be looking at a target of possibly we'll be looking at 3.05, somewhere around there. I'm not sure. We're at all-time highs, so I'm going to be very careful about this, kind of do like smaller plays, should I say. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there's any charts you think I should look at regarding Cardano or just in general, let me know below. If you guys like that video, hit that thumbs up button. One more thing, if you guys have any ideas how I can make my channel better, please let me know. Also, tell me the things that you guys like about my channel and why you watch my videos. I'm trying to improve my videos, and I want to do more of the things that you guys like.